All right, let's do this. All right, hold on a minute. Let me see. All right, I'm trying to get the feed on my computer here, so there we go. There we go. Right, so I have my phone up here, but I am watching on my computer. Hey, is that Yuri from the post office? Oh. Technical difficulties, please hold. I've got a very fancy, this is very fancy right here. Book me a flight to Seattle and I'll go. I thought I needed 1,000 subscribers to go live, but apparently not, so. Alright, let's see. Yes, Vegas, I did get the photo that you sent me. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I love Seattle. The best part about Seattle is July and August when it stops raining. The 2 months. What do you need me to... Old Dirty Ninja, I did see the cartoon that you did of myself and Nathaniel. It was amazing. What would you like me to say? No more news on the Claremore situation. Actually, there was something really interesting with the Claremore post office. Was if you look at the original video at a minute 30, minute 31, there's no evidence of a bottle anywhere. But then at 33 minutes 34 seconds, you can see a bottle on the ground when Uncle Fester shows up. I still think it was planted because you can't see it in the original videos. He did dig deep into his pocket, like really deep with his left hand, to and then the cameraman pans over to Officer Sunshine, and she looks down at his feet and then makes eye contact with him, and then magically the bottle appears. And I thought he had dropped it down his pant leg or something like that, but the bottle was down there before he showed up. So, hey from Canada. I love Canada. Spend a lot of time up there. And of course that is Rush on my ringtone. It would be no other way. Johnny 50, why are the auditors getting more aggressive? I would simply ask the question, why are the police getting as aggressive as they are? That's the only question that I need to ask myself. And here's the deal with auditing in a nutshell, you guys. There's no right or wrong way to do it, and this is nobody's movement. This is not one person's movement. This is everybody's movement. So everybody's going to have their own style. and everybody's going to have their own approach, and everybody's going to have their own, you know, everybody busting Patrick's balls for IDing and having ID on him. Who gives a like? Who gives a shit? It's whatever he gets to do, man. It's my people's own selfishness that says it has to be a certain way, otherwise it's not auditing. So I don't agree with that. Everybody gets to do whatever they want to do, man. And you know, and there's a learning curve, and people are going to fuck up, and you know, I fucked up plenty, and we're going to fuck up live, and we're going to fuck up, and that's, you know, that's sadly part of it. That's what's, you know, so, all right. Nasty Nathaniel, I think, is going to be heading down here, possibly sometime soon. So, all right, I'm reading through some of the comments here. Ohio Guardian's channel. All of his videos are gone, yes. And I want to punch him in the face every time I chat with him. In a nice, in a loving and kind way. Ohio Guardian's got personal shit going on in his life that is not allowing him to continue auditing anytime soon. He's out of the game for now, and I'm not. If he comes back, it will be great and a miracle. I just don't foresee it happening anytime in the near future. So, yeah. Ohio Guardian, great friend, really good dude, and done some audits together, hung out with him, and he's a really solid guy, and he is already sorely missed. So, yeah, Sabuka. All right, so who can tell me what shirt that I'm wearing and what year, who it is and what year it was taken? So, and you have to be you have to have no fucking life like myself in order to know that. Let's see. Thoughts on news now, Patrick? He gets away. Worse reactions from officers than most auditors. Why would you contribute to this? Thanks for the videos. Listen, everybody's got their own style, and I don't know what Patrick's got a gift, and I don't think he's necessarily antagonistic or more antagonistic than anybody else. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, man. Everybody's got their own style. Everybody can, if you don't like somebody's style, man, don't subscribe to their channel, man. It's really that simple. You don't need to go out of your way to send them hate mail and all that. You can. I don't give a shit. I mean, I sleep fine at night. So, Big Ant, Arizona. Any updates from Coppell, Texas? I'm afraid of going there now. Yeah, no, just, and whatever you do, don't jog in the, I think one of the greatest lines ever, and I told this to Patrick on the phone yesterday, was the video of his bouncing around in the parking lot at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they pull AR-15s and handguns on him. Without missing a beat, Patrick says, well, they're like, what are you doing out here at 3 o'clock in the morning? Without missing a beat, he says something to the effect of, well, everybody has a different schedule, you know, which was probably one of the funniest things I've ever heard out of that kid's mouth, man. Yeah. Any update on Officer Ramos? No, I'm not sure how his gas problem is coming and his intake of carbonated water, or if he was able to finish the Tour de France backwards with the backpedaling that he did. But if you guys saw, I don't know if you guys saw, there's a new auditor. He's more of a civil rights guy, and his name's James Freeman, and his channel. He is really smart. He's a ball buster. He went in there and ID'd on a live feed. He ID'd the first guy that hung up on me on the 15 phone calls, because I asked James if he would ask the cop if he would submit to a voice print, a forensic voice print. Hello from Spain, Alan Hawkins. Going to try to make the Dragonfire court appearance in Maricopa. I am unfamiliar with that story. If anybody can fill me in on that. any updates on the California Guardian silent citizen macing incident? Not that I'm aware of. At least a month ago, we did statements. We did, I don't know if it's considered a deposition or not. I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on YouTube. And we did statements to the OIG, which is the Office of Inspector General for the DOJ, the Department of Justice, who handles the Bureau of Prisons. And they were unhappy, obviously, and we showed them all of the videos, and they pretty much said that this was going to be a slam dunk case. So I don't know where the case is currently. Yeah. No, the cops did not hack Ohio Guardian's account. He took it down himself. Alex Lifeson from Rush 1979. John Snow, you are close. 78. This is Hemispheres. But man, close. Close. So yes, it actually could be 70. It could actually be 79 because it still was the Hemispheres tour, and he didn't cut his hair more until 1980 for the Permanent Waves. For all of you Rush fanatics out there, I don't know how many Rush fanatics there are out there, but no, it's not Spinal Tap, it is not Nigel Tufnell, and you're banned for even saying that. So, no, just kidding. What made you do amendment audits? I think what got me started in this was seeing the disproportionate amount of black and brown people being shot and killed unarmed, and needing to take a stance on stuff. I can share so many of these stories on Facebook all I want, and there's after 2.5 years of it, I was like, no, I need to get off my ass and actually take some action and expose bad cops. We're not anti-cop, just to clarify for everybody. We are not fucking anti-cop. I call the police on fucking cops all the time. And I call the police on fools all the time. I'm not anti-cop. We are here to expose bad cops. And, so we're not anti-cop. We're not fucking anarchists and don't want to take over the government or lack thereof. Oh my God. Okay, so somebody said The Doors, you're banned. Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, you're banned. Yeah, Jim Morrison, now you're banned. Greetings from Wisconsin. Top Hat, new auditor in the house. Welcome. I've seen your comments, man. Poison. Oh, Njord Odin, which I think I'm only going to give you a pass because I think you're from a Scandinavian country, and we like Scandinavian countries. But saying that this T-shirt is poison, that you're on. You just got a community strike with me mentally, so I will remember. I've got a bad memory, but I do remember this shit. Did the license plate reader ever return back to the tree at Big Blue? No. Nathaniel and I have been back there on numerous occasions, and if you remember that they were going to need to bench test it. So, Ruth Ray, Ontario, Canada, love your work. I spent a lot of time in Ontario. I've been up to Barrie, I've been to Newmarket, been out to London, which all over, and obviously Toronto, which is where the Holy Triumvirate hails from. And if you don't know that, you can unsubscribe to my channel right now. So thank you, Ruth Ray. I'm catching up on people here slowly. I find it funny, however, and gave Coppell, Texas bad police rating on Facebook, which made it go down to 1 star. The entire town rated it and made it go up to 4 star. Yeah, listen, if a police department is really contingent upon their Facebook status, like, you really might want to raise the bar. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going down on the 10th of February to San Diego. I have no idea. Let's see. Nutsack banning comments is very First Amendment, Johnny. Yeah, you know what? When you start, there's a line, and I don't know who the I forget who, it was a female politician or somebody of some stature defining pornography in I think it was in the 80s, the late 80s, and she said, I can't define pornography, or was a judge, a Supreme Court judge said, I can't define pornography, but I know it when I see it. And Nutsack, when you start posting people's fucking personal shit on here, on my fucking page, you're going to get banned. So, sorry. Go take that bullshit, go take that drama, chaos, and bullshit to another channel. I don't want to see it here, man. It's my channel. So if you don't like that, you can piss off. Like, seriously. David Flores, can you share us with the assault by the Leo? Was that, I don't know what assault you're talking about when I got punched by the prison guard. Yeah, nothing's really gone on with that. I need to make some more phone calls regarding that. 69 viewers. That's hot. It's definitely hot. I do have a full-time job. I'm a full-time troll on YouTube, so along with many others. So that's my full-time job. Wendy from Scotland, and you've never heard that before. Yeah, James Freeman, definitely go check out his channel and subscribe to him. He is very well spoken, very he's assertive, but not he knows his shit, and he actually performed a field sobriety test on a cop yesterday live, but you can go to his channel to see that. He sends police running the other way. So yeah, I'm not going to get all political on any of the drama with some of the auditors. Like I said, here's the deal. If you don't like an auditor, don't subscribe to their channel. If you don't like how they're doing it, great. You can cite your all right, I lost the stream. That's what she said. YouTube app crashed. Shocker. Missy from Alaska, hello. I'm a professional photographer. That's what I do. I do some other things as well. So, who got the strike? I got a strike from a video when the four of us, Ohio Guardian, California Guardian, High Desert, were down at whatchamacallit, Phillips 66, and we were MFing that that cop that deserved it, and from Harbor Patrol. Audits have nothing to do with money, but here's the deal. People that put up PayPal links and so forth, which of course I have one, and people can. That's for people that are looking to help support a channel. It's not necessarily. It's don't get it twisted with the solicitation. So I don't give a shit if you don't want to, you know, monetarily support my channel. That's not what it's about. Also, absolutely, activism is not about money. However, here's the deal: when law enforcement officers cross the line, such as in the pepper spraying incident at Metropolitan Detention Center, we are going to sue for the maximum amount possible by law, because sometimes that's the only way to get the attention of the higher ups, and that's what we do. So we are not in this for the money. However, that's the deal, and we do monetize our channel. So, and again, if you don't like it, you don't have to. You really don't have to subscribe to anybody's channel. If you think that we're tyrants and we're censoring stuff, yeah, great. You know, go tell somebody that cares. because it ain't me. All right, we're trying to get the camera situated here properly. Sorry, hold on a minute. Let's do it from over here. Let's try this angle. Okay. George from Glasgow. No, it's not Tommy Shaw. Selena Fox. What's up? Seriously? Nutsack, you were the biggest douchebag. Everybody knows. If you can't figure out who Nutsack is already by now, I think that's Phil's Chihuahua. I'm gonna call you PC Nutsack, okay? That's your new name. PC. It's really subtle of your plugs too, so it's really difficult to figure out who you are. So. Yeah, my next comedy show is at your mom's. It's standing room only from. All right. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me just switch back over. There we go. Come on. All right. All drama aside, Nutsack, you're fucking banned here too, you fuckstick. Learn how to fucking act, David. Fucking jerk off. 7 Nations. Love from Ontario, Canada. I love Ontario. No, I didn't get rated. I went to go set my other account as a moderator so I could kick Nutsack. And those of you who know who he is, you know who he is. And he's another auditor who's a big fan of mine. Jerk off. Hands up for safety. Yeah, I saw somebody's response from the Claremore chief. That'd be great if you could post the voicemail or the phone call. YouTube keeps crashing. That's why I keep losing the stream. But I wanted to go and set the Johnny50 account as an admin so I could kick nutsack because I will not tolerate David's bullshit here. So, and not News Now Houston, David. It's an envious auditor. Mark C, hi, 2 hours north of Barrie. Jesus Christ, is that like, I think that's like, you're like knocking on the door of the Arctic Circle up there. Nutsack is not Tom Zebra. It is not Garth Nader. Yeah, I'll kick the other one too. I'll kick anybody that, I don't give a shit. Cambridge, Ontario. I'm not sure where that is exactly. I've spent some time all over there. No, it is not the teen. Wisconsin in the house. That's right. Guess who Nutsack is and win an Shiny 5 autographed thong. I will send it in it is a used thong, and it will get shipped in a Ziploc bag. So, nope, it's not Time to Stand. I like Time to Stand. Just go see who he was plugging, and you tell me. So. No, Nutsack is not Gail from Van Nuys Post Office, but Bloodhound News, very good, very good. No, it's not high desert, but you're getting warm. Indiana in the house. Probably not John Good. I'm just going to say that. 528 Blondie, no. It's not Foxy. It's not California Guardian. It is not News Now Houston. Yeah, John Good. There might be. It is not. That is not my. That's not my call. Those are other people's lives and livelihoods. No, not Laura. I love Laura. Do. Talk about Black Coat Media. Okay, so Black Coat Media was formed by Felipe Hemming, and just for clarity reasons, I mean, I refer, and many of us refer to Felipe as our attorney. He is not an attorney. His wife, Krista, is the attorney. You would never know it from talking to Felipe, because he knows, I mean, I would be more than, obviously, I'm more than confident to have him talk to police in my presence. And so Felipe was involved with PINAC for a while, which is Photography is Not a Crime. PINAC apparently sort of imploded and kind of dwindled apart and got sold, or this or that or the other, and some chaos and possible infighting or whatever. And so Felipe took it upon himself to start Black Coat Media, which is sort of the new wing. So. No, Rip Rida, it is not Teen for Justice. Black Code Media do not have a 401k medical insurance plan. We're all independent. So I don't think I'm going to use Twitch. The problem with Twitch was A, you had to go and sign up for there, and B, the first live stream that I did over there was at Clay Lacy Aviation, and apparently maybe somebody from Clay Lacy Aviation, or one of my multiple fan trolls reported that stream as harassment. So I got tossed a TOSS-ED, a terms of service TOS violation for harassment, which I think is amazing. But the ban there was 24 hours, so it doesn't really seem... See, and the problem with all of this is when stuff gets, when we have our ability to live stream gets hindered, it becomes a safety issue for us when we're out there, especially if we're out there on our own. So YouTube is it's just a lot easier for everybody. So yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be using Twitch. Yes, you 528 Blondie, you can buy a Val. Would you like to solve the puzzle? Any concerns about logo infringement between auditors? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Mike. Central Valley Watch, how you doing? Central Valley Watch, you're the guy that did the Visalia, correct? Stephen at Clay Lacy is the man. Hello, everybody knows that. Thanks for subscribing to the new channel. Bah, bah, bah. How about Tony Vera? What about Tony Vera? No, he's a solid dude. He's a really good guy. I mean, that guy took five punches from Mike Tyson at LAX at the airport, and he lived to tell about it. So how do you choose what to audit next? Tip-offs or random locations? Yeah, it's just whatever we feel like doing at the time, whatever we think is open. Obviously, what is open and has the most people around. Obviously, we're not going to go to a post office if it's closed, and so forth. And Brian M., what was your inspiration to get into auditing? It was... Alright, we're back. See, and I keep forgetting this is one of the downfalls to the YouTube app, is it's not very stable, unlike my camera. It's not very stable. It keeps crashing every 5 or 6 minutes, which is not good. Not good. What's the latest on the Poetic deal? I was unable to show up at the last Poetic court hearing. I think the prosecution was ill-equipped and the judge was pissed from what I saw online, and then they had to go back. I think that was on a Wednesday, and they had to go back the following Friday. So I don't know exactly where it stands with Poetic. So, and thank you for the support. Yeah, I didn't try Periscope, and I mean, it just, you know, we had Bamboozer, it closed down. We had a couple other alternatives that didn't really pan out, and then there was some that looked really good. There was something called LA Cell 411, or Cell 411, something like that, which was pretty cool, but the servers were always down. So this is, you know, the YouTube just seems to be the best, even though it crashes every 5 minutes. So NTOTRR, does Mrs. 50 have the same sharp wit as you? My wife has is funnier than I, and I'm not afraid to say that. and that's why I married her. Wendy, was he at the Breakfast Club? Are you talking about he who shall not be named? And if you are, the answer is yes. Would you ever audit in a stop and ID state? Yes, I would. I actually saw David from News Now Houston do something which was really, really genius. And I saw it also. There was a guy in Vegas, not Garth Nader. There was a black guy who gets fucked with by the police nonstop. And when they ask, what is your name? And you can say, you know, John Paul Jones, date of birth, May 5th, 1982. And as far as the law is concerned, you've identified yourself. Whether or not the cop had a pen and paper out or remembered what you said is not in the law. You don't have to repeat yourself. If he says, I need you to repeat your name and your date of birth, then you can say, no thanks, I've already said it. So if you bang it out really quickly and, you know, loud enough for everybody to hear, and you do it one time, that's it. So that's how to handle a stop and ID state. They still need reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, though. So, yeah, Tony Vera's a good dude. So, Seven Nations, thank you. Henry Cedillo, thank you. California transparency and accountability. Anything you now learned you wish you knew starting audits? Listen, it's a learning curve, man, and I'm completely teachable, and we're growing up in public here, and we're growing up live on the internet, and we're fucking up. I fuck up a lot. I still fuck up. It's part of the learning curve, and that's the only way I've ever learned any really good life lessons is by fucking up. So we happen to be doing it on stage in front of everybody. And yeah, I mean, I think when I was new, when I wanted content, I would go out of my way to try to create an interaction rather than let it happen organically. And again, it's, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I've been a professional photographer for longer than I care to admit. So I've got a lot of background with that. And even though I'm only using my my phone, and one of the things too is that I'm doing, if anybody's out there that's auditing, one of the cool things that I learned about video, and I don't know a lot about video, but generally speaking, video's got 30 frames per second. Some of the newer phones and newer devices have 60 frames per second, otherwise known as FPS on your settings. All of my videos are 1080p with 60 FPS, and that's what gives it that. We just crashed. No, we're back. It didn't crash, it just timed out. So there we go, we're back. Yeah, so the 1080p, I'd rather shoot 1080p 60 frames per second. It gives a way richer tone to it. That's just my own all right, I'm scrolling through the comments. I'm a little bit behind here because I'm trying to yeah, Mrs. 50 is Whittier. Missy, I already said that, so I have no problem. I'm on dial-up. I'm actually on a tin can and a string here for my internet, so just bear with me. And I'm on a blazing fast internet connection. If those of you that are familiar, with internet connections, I get a 300 down and a 25 up. So, Mrs. 50, hopefully she'll be doing some audits soon. My wife is chronically ill, so she doesn't really get out much. Yeah, that is not Steve Howe, it is Alex Lifeson, circa 1978. hemispheres for those playing at home that yeah, I haven't noticed, John Good, I haven't noticed that YouTube is tweaking the video views. I know that there's some fuckery going on with us and our monetization and community strikes, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more going on. Those of you that are new here or been around, Central Valley Watch is a new guy. He did an audit up in Visalia, which is in the Central Valley. Central Valley Watch, my wife is from Turlock, so which is not the end of the world, but you can see it from there, as you know. Any word on David's El Paso FBI case? No idea with that at all. So yeah, the Marine Corps Pasadena was a good one, and I just loved where that sergeant, you know what's really sad is that Sergeant whatever her name was, Gomez, I forget her name, it doesn't really matter. She was the same one that was in it was 3 auditors. It was High Desert, it was California Guardian, and it was Nasty Nathaniel. And that was about a little under a year and a half ago. And she failed, and she was the one walking around with that little pen camera that looked annoying. And she didn't learn her lesson then. And for those that are like very familiar with my channel, know that I did a really great audit with a guy by the name of Corporal Milton White. I did it along with Datman. It was a nighttime audit. It was a 2-part audit, probably at least 2 months ago. And I met one of the coolest cops that I've ever witnessed. And he'd give me his business card, and he's asked me to come in and talk to all of the police in the incident at my Marine Corps base to try to educate them as to what we're doing, which I thought was really genius. And as you know, I called News Now Houston. I asked him, you know, if he thought it would be a good idea or if it was a trap. And he said any police department that is teachable and willing to have you come in is totally worth it. So yes, Mrs. 50 gives me all my jokes. For those that are unfamiliar, if you haven't subscribed to Moonkai II83, please do so. He's in this chat. And for those that are unfamiliar with how to pronounce his screen name, he's very particular about it. So it is pronounced Moonkai 83. So Moonkai 83. Go and check out his stuff. He's got a really great channel, and he's got some really good content. I talk to him on a daily basis, and yeah. All right, and there goes Nutsack. There goes Nutsack 1. You just got blocked in perpetuity, so don't worry, you'll see his troll ass back, because Z-Woke. Hey, Flathead Community Watch, Corruption Watch, sorry, you changed your name. These cops around here banning people for taking pictures. How hard should they fuck off? Very hard is the short answer. Do you see economic collapse coming this summer? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Nutsack is back because he can't get his way. I didn't ban him. I just removed him from the chat, so he came back in here. So now he's banned. Trust me, he'll come back, and he'll make it very apparent that it's him and who he is. So, and nobody's figured it out yet. So, you guys came real close. Vegas Pitbull, welcome back. Yeah, I'm way back here, so I didn't see any of Nutsack's. I'm way up where Seven Nations says really, so I'm scrolling very slowly to try to keep up with everybody. Why did you get into First Amendment auditing? BK Man 444. All the police shootings of unarmed civilians in a nutshell, and the fact that I need to take some action and not just sit and share stories on my Facebook page. Rip Rida, either way, you're a bad mofo. Wow, look at all. I can't see because I deleted the messages, but Nutsack sure is a douche. Yeah, my photos are online, so. I can't believe you guys haven't figured out who Nutsack is yet, but. Ding, 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 Missy Ann. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying that Missy Ann might be honest to something. There goes the second nutsack. Yeah, here's the deal. I'm going to say this to say this. I said this a little bit earlier. This is nobody's fucking movement, okay? So not one person can fuck this up, and not one person created this fucking movement. So if you are unhappy with how an auditor is doing their auditing, great. Don't subscribe to their fucking channel and don't support them. But how dare you go out of your way to try to create infighting among the community? We don't need to be infiltrated by the police or the feds, because we're doing a great job on our own based on immaturity, jealousy, and the like. And plenty of people don't like me. I'm completely okay with that. I don't really give a shit. I sleep fine at night, and it's better to give a resentment than to get one. And if you don't like my shit, great. Don't tell me, because I don't give a shit. Remember the part where I don't give a shit? Yeah, go tell somebody that gives a shit, because it ain't me. So, and don't, I'm going to say this because there were some other people that weren't in here, you know, like, who cares how anybody does anything? People say I'm too aggressive, too much profanity. Great. Go watch Eric Brandt, where he's been arrested 78 times for saying fuck bad cops and waving flags. You want to see profanity? Great. Go watch, you know, the guy Sean Thomas in New York City. I don't really care. Like I said, I mirror energy. You come at me sideways, you're going to get sideways. People that are like, oh, Patrick is fucking up because he's IDing. He carries his ID on him. Patrick is entitled to do however he wants. And if he wants to ID, fucking Texas Sheepdog 72, he IDs all the time. Like, and I mean, it's tainted because it's located on his taint where his ID comes from. But, like, there's no right or wrong way to do this, man. So just stop busting people's balls on why they're doing shit wrong, man. There's nothing more selfish for me to say to somebody than you're doing it wrong. No matter what it is, whether it's life, whether it's auditing, whether it's your finances, whether it's, like, who gives a like, who the fuck am I to tell anybody you're doing it wrong? I'm fucking nobody. You know what I mean? So just, there's my rant. All right. All right, I'm going to go back. Boom, 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 boom. I'm practicing piano. Okay, more crashy YouTube. The YouTube app keeps crashing. I might need to get a proper webcam and run it off the YouTube, off my fucking computer here, my desktop computer, and not my phone. So, James Megan, number 50, give me a shout out. Watching from South Carolina. Here you go, James Megan. Shout out number 1, shout out number 2, bitches. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. That's how you get welcomed around here, with a nice "go fuck yourself." Yeah, shit got real when I take the glasses off. Monkai, and just remember, if you guys, when you're in a live chat, and if you're talking, it is Monkai 83. He's very particular about it. It's not monkey or monkai or moonkai. It's Moonkai 83. That is the proper pronunciation. I am totally fucking with everybody right now. It is Monkey 83, but he's a fucking idiot for not spelling it correctly, and I love him and I talk to him on a regular basis, so I can say that. Shh, that's our secret. Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen Eric Brandt's work, Brandt, he is not an auditor, but he's a First Amendment guy. He goes out and just screams fuck bad cops. He's out in Denver. He's been arrested 78 times for First Amendment violations. The guy's a beast. I talked to him for about an hour this week on the phone. So. I can't stop thinking big. I can't stop thinking big. I can't. All right. Streaming live, baby. Streaming live. Can't take any calls. All right, yeah, Rush. Favorite Rush album? I'm gonna say Hemispheres. The Holy Trinity was Hemispheres, Permanent Waves, and Moving Pictures. Although I did, and that was my first tour that I saw in 1981. I saw the Moving Pictures tour December, right around Christmas, like December 18th, 19th at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. I was a wee lad at the time. And but I think Hemispheres might be the best. Moving Pictures, I think everybody kind of picks Moving Pictures, so that's why I wouldn't want to pick Moving Pictures. But it was produced immaculately, and that was when Terry Brown was at his absolute fucking peak. So, but I really did like Snakes and Arrows, some of it, and some of the newer stuff, and I thought some of their newer stuff, whatchamacallit, what was the album that they came back in 2002, their debut album back? That one was pretty amazing. Yeah. Tell me the story. Well, the story about La Villa, I just know that it was based on Alex Lifeson's nightmares at the time, and they tried to do it live in the studio. They were not able to perform it live. They had to do 3 different cuts of it. So, cool, Doozy Rush. Yeah, but go and check out Eric Brandt's work. He is insane. I mean, he is really, really, really smart and really, really articulate. Knows the laws inside and out. All right, we're back. you guys want a doggy cam? Pop that down. Wet. What? Hey, Poppy. This is Sirius Black. It's 110 pound Great Dane Lab. And then there's Poppy. Where's Poppy? I hear her. Hey, 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 relax. Poppy. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. She is what's called a Boston Bully. She is a Boston Terrier mixed with a pit bull. And she is feisty. She is feisty. And I already took them to the PARK. I do not negotiate with terrorists. And they terrorize throughout the day, so I don't negotiate with terrorists. But sometimes I do when they're my dogs. Yes. Alright. So there you go, Selena Fox. That was Doggy Cam. Vegas Pitbull. P-A-R-K, right? So you can't say it. I don't have any plans to go down to Miramar. I think, listen, one of the things, Junkyard did fine down there, and one of the things that we need to be mindful of if you haven't been out on an audit is your ability to go to fucking jail in a millisecond. And if you're down there just doing a haphazard audit, and you just happen to stop by and you got to be at work tomorrow, or you got to be somewhere in the evening, and you don't need to be having a call flood at the fucking county jail, you know, sometimes it's just smarter to back down, man, and get your facts straight and then come back. So, yeah. Seriously, come up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. I'm gonna punch you. Come up here. Hey, hey. Come up here, Poppy. Poppy. Oh. Poppy, come up here. Poppy will be answering any and all questions for the next 30 minutes. All right, scrolling back. Where's my chicken? As a fan and supporter of auditors, I wish I could hear about the results of complaints filed after audits. Are they unfounded or are cops suspended? Well, one of the things that the cops won't do is they can't, I think by law, they can't disclose what takes place because of, you know, confidentiality or whatever bullshit. So it's almost impossible to find out what's really gone on with any of these guys if they've been reprimanded or so forth. But as Felipe says, you want to at least have it so that they have a complaint on their record. So yeah, so there's that. Missy and Fuzzy, terrorists always win. They're terrorists and they run around. They're both about 3.5, and they run around and follow me from room to room until I take them out running and squirrel chasing. I'd like to see you take on more Marines. There's very few Marine, but there's not a lot of Marine stuff. There's MCRD, which is in San Diego, which is the Marine Corps Recruitment Development. There's 29 Palms, which is up probably about 2.5 hours from here, north of Palm Springs. Let's see, California is overdue for a major earthquake. I completely concur. And we have massive amounts of water, food, and so forth stockpiled here for said seismic event. Vegas Pitbull, what was the last channel you told us about? I don't know. Was that the Eric Brandt? It could be. I don't know if that's who. B-R-A-N-D-T. He's in Denver. Oh, there you go. Mong Kai I. Got her. Yeah, I think in California it's pretty liberal out here, so I think there's laws in place to protect what goes on, but it does, like Times to Stand says, it does stay on their record, so you want to do that. Yeah. There's somebody with the Eric Brandt channel. Moonkai I. No, that's what you're hearing is not a helicopter. It's Burbank Airport. That's a Southwest flight. Probably. Kelly McGee, I wonder if that's an Irish name. All right, so, well, cool. Well, I appreciate, I thought for some stupid reason that I needed 1,000 subscribers and or 10,000 views. I think that's to be able to monetize the channel. So, do I know anyone good doing Virginia audits? Yeah, I think there's a few guys. I think there's the one guy out in Roanoke who just got arrested for filming a fucking crosswalk with kids, which that one's you know, that was brutal. There's also there's some other guys in Virginia as well. I forget exactly where they are. That I subscribe to, but I haven't seen them in a while. So, oh yeah, Man in Black. He's in Roanoke. I will tell Mrs. 50 hello. Yeah, the school audits when it's overt where there's kids around, it's just it gets tough. Again, everybody gets to do whatever they want to do, but it just when that's the main focus and the main subject, it just gets people weirded out a little bit, and it's, you know, but again, everybody gets to do whatever they want to do, and I don't judge any motherfuckers here, man. Just yeah, I'm planning. I mean, my mother-in-law is just outside of Modesto, so we might be up towards that way. Central Valley Watch, kicking indoors. Yeah, and what it does come down to is that there's nothing illegal, like Northern Colorado Auditor said. It just, you know, you could get tarred and feathered, but by the community, but there is nothing illegal about it. And here's the cool thing, and here's one of the things, I haven't published this story yet. Nathaniel and I and Furry Potato, we went and did a army base, some kind of army thing here. And there's not, I mean, this is fucking Los Angeles, so there's like little tiny buildings that say army on them, which it's not like it's a base or anything, or a post, anything significant like that. And there was some, we're filming the exterior, and the people came out that were in charge. We asked them, they were asking us what we're doing, and we're like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, well, there's kids present, and we don't like your cameras being here. And here's the deal, and this is like, I'm completely turning the script on these motherfuckers. So what I did was, I said, well, do you guys have cameras here? And the one woman said, yeah, we do. And I said, well, cool, I'm going to get everybody's plate number coming in and out, so in case there's a child abduction, or any, you know, Amber Alert or any bullshit like that, then I'm going to have a short list of suspects. So how dare you tell me to turn my camera off, and you've got 15 cameras running inside this building filming the same kids. So don't give me this bullshit that you don't want kids filmed when you guys are filming kids more than I'm filming kids. So just, you know, take that and fucking piss off. All right, I'm trying to catch up on chat. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, I'm gonna play something. I don't know if it's gonna feedback or not if I play something on my music here. Hold on a minute. I'm going to try to see if I can play something on the speakers here, but I think it's going to feedback. But I will let you know. Where is... Come on, where is it? All right, hold on a minute. Tell me if you can hear this. All right, hold on a minute. Tell me if you can hear this.
Dallas Police Headquarters.
Yeah, I want to talk to the chief.
Okay, I'm just gonna need a name and a contact number for Dallas Police Headquarters.
Yeah, I want to talk.
All right, that's not going to work. Just like I thought, it's feeding back. I got a hold of some videos of somebody calling the Dallas Police Department that were really, really, really amazing. Okay, I'm trying to catch up here. All right, hold on a minute. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Oh, fuck. We're gonna see if this is gonna work or not. I really don't think it will, but we're gonna see if this is gonna work or not. I really don't think it will, but see if this is going to work or not. I really don't think it
Dallas
will.
Police Headquarters.
Yeah, I want to talk to the chief.
We're going to see if this is going to
Okay,
work.
I'm just gonna need a name and a contact number for you.
Or contact when it gets work for me.
We're going to see if this is going to
Need a name and a contact. I do need a name and contact number. That's part of my sergeant, my lieutenant.
Okay, what's your name?
All right. That was an epic fail with the headphones. I'm going to post this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post this on a private. Hold on 1 minute. Never mind. It's going to take too long. I'm going to put this up on a private or on an unlisted link for you guys to hear. All right, where are we? Clay Lacey revisit. Yeah, I went. We've been back there a couple of times and nothing really. But we've been there at night, and I went there at night, and we were also there on a Saturday to Clay Lacey. It's a 24/7 operation because it is at the airport, but it's whatever. Trust me, I am not done with Clay Lacey Aviation. Oh, and those of you that went back, when I went back to Clay Lacey, they changed their shirts. They're like blue shirts. They're no longer the same red shirts. Like, I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, there's dogs. There's dogs running around here. Hey. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Sirius Black. Are you guys leaving a gift on the rug for me? Are you gonna leave a gift on the rug? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh no. Oh, that's that dog you don't like. Yeah. Go. Okay. Get out of here. Come here. Yeah, our roommate's dog is like a beagle mix that he does not like. Okay, Northern Colorado auditors, how long do you think it's going to take to get that blue line flag removed from all the goddamn police stations? Okay, I brought this up to the attention of Corporal Milton White, who was one of the coolest cops that I talked to at the Pasadena Police Department. It's a 2-part video from about 2 months ago on my channel. I was there with Datman. It was a nighttime audit, and I brought up that point because Officer Fujiwaka, or whatever his name was, had one of the little pins on, and I told him that looks like a gang flag, and he brought up a valid point that that it's their freedom of speech to be able to do that, and he mentioned the Colin Kaepernick taking a knee and for the flag, and some people think that's disrespectful to the flag, which I saw his point, but it's not disrespectful to the actual flag. They're actually, and somebody in my video with the parole officer, where I asked him if his mom was on parole. There was a vending machine that had the flag on it, and somebody was like, "That's not a real flag, so it's not a desecration." It's actually how he said it. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's the part of the flag code. If you make a Stars and Stripes bikini, if you make a Stars and Stripes bandana, granted, it was not an actual flag that went into the making of it, but it's still, I'm pretty sure it's still against the fucking flag code. But when I was at Mission Hills this last weekend, they had a flag, they had an actual flag with the blue line on it. And I brought it to the guy's attention. He was a young guy. He backpedaled on that one and really had no opinion on it, which was a very smart career move on his part. But so, yeah, I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And one of the biggest desecrations that I think taking place is how police feel threatened. The October 1st or October 2nd, whenever the Vegas shooting was, and I mean, there's Vegas cops saying that that was an attack on them, which is such an egregious violation of common sense. That was not a fucking attack. Like, listen, when you go in with an armored van, and James Freeman reminded me of this, the guy that showed up to the Dallas, I think it was either Southeast or South Central Division, went in with an armored van and started firing a fucking 50 cal from within it, and they shot and killed. That's an attack on a fucking police station, okay, and an attack on police. And then, you know, he had a personal gripe and this, that, and the other thing. But when you are shooting a nutjob CIA plant up in a hotel room trying to execute motherfuckers, and then by chance you happen to point at a couple of cops down there because they're good targets, that does not constitute an attack on police. So stop this. That's the shit that fucking pisses me off the most. So Turd Ferguson. No, there is popcorn. I did a Costco run yesterday. I actually bought 2 bags of that, one for the roommates. So we definitely need more cowbell. Okay, Hunter Stevens, guess what? You're getting the boot. Your wife's a fucking bitch. Seriously, listen, dude. If you're gonna come and troll, like, seriously, if you're gonna come and troll, learn how to troll. Your wife's a fucking bitch. Like, seriously, that's the best troll that you can do. You really you gotta bring it, bro. This is a high intellect crowd, man. These people, we need better than that. Nice. I am practicing piano. You know how Rush pronounces YYZ, right? YYZ. Yeah, the English guy calling, that was Fluke something or other. Fluke Dog. He was amazing, man. I mean, I don't know how expensive it is to call from across the pond, but I'm guessing that was at least a 10 or 20 quid phone call. What is XSplit, Selena? I'm just seeing that. South Valley News, what's up? I'm way back in the chat trying to all right. Monkai III is my beta tester, so if he tells me it's good, You open oysters and sell pearls. Wow, I thought I had an interesting life. All right, Turd Ferguson. And San Joaquin Valley Transparency just got the fucking boot. I'm not going to get into all of the details. He and I have had it out on the phone before, and he is, how shall we say, not a fan of my work, and has told me repeatedly over and over again how unfunny and not a fan of my work, and continues to troll me on other people's pages. So bye-bye, San Joaquin Valley Transparency. Figure out what a fucking united front looks like, man. Okay? We're all in this together, and there's no need for fucking infighting, motherfucker. So just, seriously, try decaf, bring it down a notch, and why don't you do something fucking unifying in your life rather than dividing? All right. Just curious why San Joaquin Valley needed 3 different accounts to come into this chat. Don't get me started. So I'm going to end the chat. I'm going to go down and eat something. I got to go down and feed the hounds because Mrs. 50 is feeling ill right now. So maybe we'll be on a little bit later on. There's a rumor that Nathaniel might be en route down to LA tonight. Who knows? I'm not really sure. So yeah, so go subscribe to the other auditors that are in here. I appreciate everybody's support. Lots of love. And oh, and I just hit 16,000 subscribers. I'm at 5.5 months in, 16,000 subscribers. I could not have done it without every one of you and all of the other auditors that came before me. So I'm really grateful to everybody and everybody's support. And just remember, if you don't like an auditor, don't bother telling us because we don't care. Just go away. Just go away. Don't subscribe. You don't need to tell us how much you dislike us. Just go away. So.